I have the one Tigris Smokey Hut tent with me, which I received from my wife for my Christmas, so I'm really excited about using that. I've had it out the bag just to check it out. I've never set it up before, so this will be the first time setting it up. I'm also somewhere it's quite iconic to the channel. I'm in the exact spot that my first ever video was made, here at Loch Venachar, which is in the Trossachs National Park in Scotland. So yeah, it's great to be back here and doing our camp here, and it's also great to be back here and doing something different and using a hot tent. So when I walked in here, the car park is only 50 metres in that direction, and directly behind where the camera is, you'll hear it. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of road noise, so I'm going to apologise about that now, because there is a road directly behind the camera. It is currently 20 to 3 in the afternoon, so I'm kind of hoping in the next hour or so it'll quieten down a wee bit, and people start going home for the day. So I've still got a load of kit in the car. I'm bringing a load of kit with me today, so you see me walking in with that bag there. I've got another box in the car that's full of wood for the stove. I've also got the stove in the car and a big tub full of food and drink for this evening. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the tent set up. Once that's set up, I'll probably go back to the car and grab the rest of the kit. So yeah guys, that's the tent set up. As you can see, I pegged it in round the bottom, but there is still, I don't know how well you'll see that, on the side there, there is a bits on the outside still that I can attach guy lines to and a guy out, and that could give me a bit more room in here. As you can probably hear, it's raining right now, so I've just quickly jumped inside the tent just now, and what I'm going to do, well, it's raining, is I'm going to get out another new bit of kit and show you that. So I'll bring you back in a wee second once I dig it out. Right guys, another new bit of kit that I've been brought on this trip with me is the Camui chair. You can see it packs down tiny. It is a tiny little bit of kit when it's packed down, and it is a, you've seen me use a chair like this in my channel before. It was a little blue and grey one which came from Aldi, which is a German supermarket here in the UK, and it cost me £15, and I've had it for 2 years and it's still going strong, but I just fancied a new one. something that was a bit more tactical, a bit more bushcrafty looking rather than blue and grey. So as you can see, the cover on it is multicam, and so is the chair fabric itself is also the same pattern. It's a multicam pattern on it. Once I opened it up, I had a look at it. The issue that I had with the old one was the legs kept digging into the ground. So this one actually comes with sort of discs on the legs, so that should help prevent it from sinking into the ground. The poles are black as well, which I prefer. My old one had blue poles for the frame. And you'll notice on my channel I don't like to have bright coloured kit. I like everything to be black, green, brown. That probably comes from being in the army. I prefer my kit to look a bit more tactical than having a brightly coloured kit that just gives away my position, gives away where I'm camping. I like to be a bit more discreet when I camp. So I'll finish getting this chair set up and I'll move the camera around a wee bit so you can get a better look at it. Chair completely set up. As you can see, with the chair set up, there's still a lot of space in the tent itself. The fabric of the chair, it's a really tough fabric, and looking around the edges, the stitching on it's really strong as well. So I've got high hopes for the chair. I think it's a great looking chair with the logo on the side there. Underneath, the actual carry pouch for the chair clips on underneath. And another feature that this chair has, which my old one didn't, which I like as well, is it has a little pocket sewn on the side here, so you can actually put keys, wallets, phones, etc. in there. So yeah, it's a great bit of kit. But as you can hear, the rain has went off, so I'm going to dive out and start attaching the guy lines on here and guy it out and give them a little bit. So there you go, guys, that's the one Tigris Smokey Hut tent with all the guy out points now tied out as well. However, going through the bag that had the pegs and the guy lines in it, it appears to be one shot. I've still got one guy out point there, but no guy line. There's a peg there. So I don't know if that's a fault on one Tigris's behalf, or if it's meant to be like that, because it's a double door. You can see I've got one side tied open there. You can also take that peg out there and roll this side open as well, so it gives you a wider door. It's a slight pain in the butt. It's nothing major. I could easily get a bit of paracord or rob a guy line from another tent, but it's slightly frustrating. But now that there is guyed out, it does give it a lot more space inside the tent as well. Inside's a complete mess at the moment. I am still to go back to the car. It's back on again. I'd only done one journey to the car, I had to do two, so I still have a single journey to make back to the car for grabbing the firewood out. I brought my stove. This here is an unbranded stove from Amazon. Weighs an absolute ton, which in my eyes is maybe a good thing. It shows that it's solid, good solid metal. And unlike other unbranded kit that you find on Amazon, this wasn't actually made in China. This was made in the UK somewhere, England. I don't know where about in England, but it's British made. So let's see if the The British can make better kit than the Chinese. So like most of these stoves, all the flue pieces, chimney pieces get stored inside the stove itself for making it better for transporting. So yeah, I'm going to just keep getting that set up, and I'll bring you guys back once I've got this set up and the rest of the stuff from the car. I can get settled in here. Well guys, that's me got everything in the tent that I need for tonight now. I've been to the car several times now and got absolutely everything that I need. Before the rain came on heavy there, it's went off a wee bit now. It's still drizzling ever so slightly. But before it did come on heavy, because it was heavy earlier, I got all my wood processed down for tonight and stacked up in the corner of the tent there to the side of the stove. I have got kit lying around absolutely everywhere just now in the tent. So yeah, bit of a mess in here. So yeah, bit of a mess. So I'm going to have to get that all tidied up at some point, sooner rather than later. Once I've got that all set, in fact, before I do that, I'll show you the tent actually has a little hook right up the top where the pole is, and I've got my torch hung off that, just to give me a bit of light before I light the stove later on. I'm not keen on the white light, but it's better for recording. So, new kit, yep, lots of new kit on this trip. The one Tigris Smokey Hut tent, nothing exciting here. I just got a little cheap camouflage tarp to act as a ground sheet for the new sleep mat that I've got. New sleep mat that I have is the Trossachs mat, the UL80. I've had mixed reviews on this, but value for money, it's £40 online for a branded sleep mat. You can't go wrong with that. You can pay £40 for an unbranded one and get poor quality. At least this Trossachs, it's a known brand. If there's anything that were to go wrong with it, I can return it, ask for a refund, or send me out a new one. I blew it up in the house. It is extremely comfy, a little bit on the rustly side, so I'm a sound sleeper anyway, so that isn't really bothering me. So yeah, I've got that, the camouflage tarp to protect this. It's pretty soft, wet ground anyway. There shouldn't be anything that could puncture it, but yeah, just to be on the safe side, I wanted to have something underneath. And also, to go over the top of that, I have, is it in here? I think it's in here. Yeah, I have a bivy bag as well, which I'm going to place over the top of the Trossachs mat itself, just to give it that extra bit of insulation and protection from the ground. So I'm going to get that blown up. I'm going to get my sleeping bag out, my warm kit, not that I'm going to need it tonight. Hopefully I'm not going to need it tonight. The temperature isn't due to drop below 0 tonight, which I'm a bit disappointed in. I was kind of hoping for sub-zero temperatures tonight to really put the tent and stove to test, but it's what it is. So it'll get cold. I'm expecting 1, 2, 3 degrees Celsius tonight. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. We're Celsius here in the UK. So it might get a bit chilly if I let the stove burn out later on tonight, but if I ever do wake up during the night, I'm just going to keep feeding logs into that and try and keep it going all night long, and really put the tent to test. So yeah, I'm going to get that blown up and I'll bring you guys back once it's dark now. So I did think about having a fire out here next to the water tonight, but I'd just be dodging in and out the rain all night, so I'm going to give that a miss and hunker down in the tent for the rest of the night. So I thought I'd just give you a quick tour of the tent. There you are, chimney sticking out of the flue jack. The flue jack itself is actually it's a one Tigris one. Same brand of the tent. Our sleeping arrangement, you can see that's that camouflage tarp. And here is the Trichology sleep mat with the Highlander lightweight bivvy bag over the top, and my usual military sleeping bag. Brand new Cam UI chair. The feet and the bottom are certainly making a difference. The ground is really soft and wet, and yeah, I'm not sinking into it. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. Kit stored away in the corner. Right next to the chair I've got my little nature hike table set up. I've just got my mug and speaker on it at the moment. Kit in the corner, like I said. Swinging round next to the door there, I have my tub there that I had all my food and drink in it. A couple of beers for later on. I'll give you a close up and show you them later. I'm excited about drinking some of them. There is all the wood that I processed down earlier on, stacked up next to the stove, where I've just battened down some kindling, and I'll just make a couple more feather sticks before I get that lit. I'm going to get that lit in the next 10 minutes or so. So I'll bring you guys back. In fact, you know what, before I do that, I'll just show you the beers. So, my favourite brewery is the Northern Monk. So I have a rhubarb and custard pale ale. I've had a few of them already. Not today, but in the house they're great. Tastes fantastic. One that I've not tried now is the chocolate and peanut caramel imperial stout. It's a 12% or that's going to be a strong one, so maybe keep that one for the end of the night. This is before bed. My favourite beer at the moment is the Brewdog Hazy Guava, which is kind of like an IPA and a energy drink mixed together. And another one of my favourites at the moment is the Faith and Futures Northern Monk IPA. And then there I've got all my food and drink, which I'll show you later on when I'm cooking. So I thought I would be true to my bushcraft skills, if you would like to call it skills. Someone would debate it, I would debate it myself sometimes, but I thought I'd light the stove using birch paper and the fire sticks that I done earlier. They're not the greatest of fire sticks, but it was raining and I rushed them. So rather than using a lighter and fire lighters, which I see a lot of guys do using when lighting a stove, like I said, I thought I would be true to the bushcraft. So I'm going to see if I can do this in a single strike of the ferro rod. I'm just going to get that paper and really rough it up and get all the fibres and that, all the small bits released. So Stove door open. Let's see if I can do this in a single strike with the ferro rod. So let's try it. Let's see how we get on. Nope. Nope. Yeah, took a couple of attempts. And in the stove it goes. Cheers everyone. Well, stove's going. I do usually have music on, but when I'm recording I turn the music off because I actually do all the recording for this channel on my phone. So yeah, I've got it off at the moment just so I can speak to the camera. So the stove's going. I can just start to feel a wee bit of heat off it just now, but like I say, it's only just got going, so hopefully 10-15 minutes time I should actually feel it heat to the tent. It's not cold at the moment, far from it, but I would like the tent to be warm enough that I could take off a couple of layers anyway. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed a good Christmas and New Year. I enjoyed mine. I got all this from Santa Claus, well, the wife and family, so it's great to get out and put it all to the test and get using it all. So yeah, it's also good to get out and get a wee bit of peace and quiet, some me time, some time to relax, because let's be honest, Christmas can be a stressful time. It can be hectic, non-stop, visiting family, the Christmas shopping. Not that I've done much of it. My wife will tell you that she does it all, what she does. So hats off to her. Thank you for doing that. Because I find it too stressful. I don't particularly like going to the shops, and I hate it even more around Christmas time. There you go. There's I don't know if you hear it, but that's the rain came on again, pretty heavy. So yeah, I'm glad I'm in here. I'm glad I'm in here, out the rain, and hopefully a bit warmer. So yeah, I'm gonna have this beer, and maybe in around half an hour's time, I am going to start dinner. Dinner tonight's going to be a good one. I am going to be having lamb, mashed potatoes, and Yorkshire puddings. And I'm going to cook that in the TF grill, which I usually do my cooking in. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll bring you guys back when they start cooking anyway. Bloody hell, that rain's getting bad. The stove's really heating up now. So I've got the TF grill on it. I've put my oil in there. And I'm going to get dinner started now. So tonight I've got a couple of minted lamb leg steaks. I'm going to cook them in the grill. I've been lazy and I've got a tub of mashed potatoes. I'm going to put some of that in a wee pot and just put that up at the back corner of the stove there. This is a wee bit adventurous. I have some Yorkshire puddings. I'm going to see if I can put them inside the TF grill and see if they'll just crisp up in there. And I've just got a tiny wee bit of onion, a white onion that I had left over from last night's dinner, so I'm going to fry that off inside the grill as well. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that rain is really coming down now. So I'm kind of glad I've got a hot tent to be in tonight and not under the tarp. Because anyone who's a regular to the channel will know that 9 times out of 10 when I'm camping, I sleep in a hammock under a tarp. So this is new. Here we go, here's it sizzles. It didn't sizzle. It was disappointing. But anyway, I'm going to let that cook away and I'll bring you guys back later. When dinner is a bit closer to being ready. Dinner almost ready, guys. So in there I've got the lamb, Yorkshire puddings and onions, and up the back I have the pot with the mashed potatoes on it, which I'm going to take off. And a little titanium pot, and I can actually smell it burning on the bottom. It's you see it there. That's the problem using titanium. The pots itself actually heat up so quick. You really got to keep moving stirring your food, taking it on and off, otherwise the bottom of it will burn. So that there is only one of the bits of lamb. I had two. There is also more Yorkshire puddings and more Yorkshire puddings and more mashed potatoes. So I could, if I wanted, have a second portion, second helpings. So what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to see if I can. Yeah. I'm just going to start plating it up. So I'll bring you back when it's plated up. There we go. Mashed potatoes, fried onions, lamb and Yorkshire puddings. Considering they were mashed potatoes out of a packet, they're pretty good. Yeah, I have no complaints about them, that's for sure. Try Yorkshire pudding. The Yorkshire puddings are soggy. I know they should be crispy, but I don't know how to get them crispy using the stove. I don't know if I could put them directly on top of the stove to crisp up, or if that would just burn them. So if you have any suggestions, leave it in a comment below, and I'll give it a try. It still tastes good though. To be honest, my Yorkshire puddings always end up soggy anyway, because they are always caked in gravy. So it's kind of just how I'd have it at home anyway. So now if you do have a suggestion how to crisp them up, let me know. See what the lamb's like. Bit overcooked. I like my lamb to be pink inside, but it's all brilliant. It's a really good dinner out here. I've never once went camping and actually had a bad dinner. Ate like a boil in a bag, like the adventure foods that you see in outdoor shops. I've never once eaten one of them. I never intend to either. I don't see why I would eat them when I could eat good, wholesome food like this. So rather than you sitting there watching me eat this, I'll go just now. I'll bring you guys back later on. Well guys, that's me finished my dinner, and that was absolutely fantastic. I always have great dinners when I'm out camping. So I've got the empty pot and TF grill on top of the stove with a bit of water in it, and I'm just going to give them a little clean off, because I'll be using them again. The TF grill, I'll be using that to cook my breakfast tomorrow morning, and the little titanium pot, I will be using that to make myself a coffee later on tonight. But in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting on the water to boil in the pot for cleaning, I have got my next beer, which is the Faith and Custard Rhubarb and Custard IPA by Northern Monk, and it's amazing. Really bitter tasty rhubarb and the mellow notes of the custard. It is an absolutely outstanding beer. So yeah, I've not taken any layers off yet. It is absolutely roasting in here, but because I will be taking these pots outside to get them cleaned off, I'm just going to keep these layers on just now, but once I'm back in, I certainly will be stripping off a few layers because it is boiling in here. But yeah, I'm actually over the moon with the tent and stove. It's extremely cosy, and I could imagine on a snowy night, which I still plan to do before the end of the winter. We're now in January here. Over the last few years, we kind of get a bit of snow around February before the end of the winter, so fingers crossed that happens and I can get out and use the tent in the snow. I want to try and use it as much as possible in the winter. We're more than happy through the winter just now, and I've only just got it, so I want to try and get as much use out of it just now as possible before the end of the winter, and I'll switch back onto using my tarp and hammock. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out, put some music on, and clean up my dishes and that, and sit back and relax. I'll bring you guys back later on, towards the end of the night, when I'll put a brew on and get myself ready for my bed. So yeah, catch you guys. Well guys, that's now 7:45 at night. I don't know if I'll do much more recording tonight. More than likely it'll just be the only other bit of recording. I kind of do it in every video. It's kind of like the signing off thing for the night. It'll be me doing my brew and a snack before bed. Tonight's snack, Haribo. But yeah, I've just been chilling out. I've downloaded a few things on my phone to watch. Just because I'm stuck in the tent all night. If it wasn't raining on and off as much, I probably would have had a fire outside and sat outside in front of the fire. But yeah, I'm happy enough in here watching something on my phone. The stove's roasting hot. The stove's right there, and it's absolutely boiling. Did you see my knees there? I'm actually sat in my underwear and a t-shirt. It is that hot in here. I kind of underestimated how hot it would get. So yeah, I'm absolutely roasting. So yeah, having that. Dinner was absolutely fantastic tonight, and I've just got a little snack that I'm sitting chomping away on just now. I've got a tub of Jacob's mini cheddars. Excuse me. And I forgot I brought it with me. I had a few beers along with dinner, I didn't drink them all. I've had two, still two there, and I fancied something different to drink, so I went and got this. Just in case you didn't know, my name is Ben, and I have a bottle of Ben. I don't know how well you'll be able to read it. It's on it. Well, you can clearly see my name up the top there. It's just below that. It says it's an outstanding vintage, and right down at the bottom there. Again, you probably won't be able to make it out very well. It is a limited edition wine with a twist. Scottish people are going to get this. This is a custom bottle of Buckfast. It's like nostalgia in a bottle. I used to drink this stuff as a teenager, and to this day I still love it. It is, I don't know if anyone will recognise it. It is a genuine bottle of Buckfast, customised bottle and label that my parents got me for my Christmas. So thank you, Brian and Tracy, if you end up watching this. Much appreciated. It's going down a treat tonight. So I've got my mini cheddars, a bottle of Ben Bucky, and on my phone I've been watching old episodes of Chewing the Fat. Now, I don't think anyone in England will ever remember this. It's more a Scottish thing, and it was a series, a sketch show, a comedy sketch show that ran in the 90s, maybe the early 90s as well. After that, there was a certain sketch on that sketch show of two old guys and their friends, and their name was Jack and Victor, and they later went on to make their own TV show called Still Game, which made itself onto Netflix a couple of years ago, and I'm sure all American guys and guys in Canada had seen it as well. So yeah, it's a wee Scottish show that's kind of swept across the globe. So if you have heard of it and you're outside of Scotland, leave me a comment and let me know if you've seen Still Game or before that Chewing the Fat. Now, I don't think anyone will have seen Chewing the Fat, but Still Game, there is a possibility that you've seen Still Game. If you've seen it, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of it. Like, it's one of my favourite shows, but yeah, I'm watching the older sketch show of Chewing the Fat tonight. So yeah, I'm just going to sit back, enjoy my wine, my wee cheese crackers, and then later on I'll have a brew, which tonight I think I usually just have a wee coffee sachet. I think tonight I'm going to have something different. I did bring a selection of brews with me because I'm in the tent tonight. I could carry a lot more kit, so I have brought more than just my wee coffee sachets. I've not made my mind up yet, but I'll bring you guys back later and let you know. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Well guys, that's it. Coming on 10 o'clock at night, clearly at night. Not one for staying up late at night, so I'm going to probably call it a night in the next 30 minutes or so. I've still got loads of things that I was going to watch my phone, and as tradition goes, I am going to have myself a brew before bed. So usually this is what I have. I have these little Nescafe sachets, the 3-in-1s, but I'm going to go for something different tonight. Like I said, I had the car is only parked 50 metres away, so I brought a lot more kit with me this time, so a lot more kit means a lot more brew kit as well. So, brew bag. In there I had some of the Nescafe sachets. What else do I have? A hot chocolate sachets. But what I'm going to have now is I don't know how well you can see that, hold on, is a Kenko sachet of latte. A latte, I don't know however you want to pronounce it, depending on what part of the world you're from. So I'm not just going to have an ordinary sachet of a latte. I am going to have a caramel latte. So I've got this monin caramel syrup, which I'll add to the sachet and have myself a caramel latte tonight. So I'm going to have that. I will be having that along with, which I also do in every single camp, always have a little bag of sweets at night. Tonight I'm having a Haribo Star Mix, nothing exciting. Something that I've actually loved, but I've really struggled to get a hold of recently. Me and the wife have searched all the shops, is Haribo Milky Moose, or Milky Hippos I think they're called. For a while you could only get them from Poundland. Poundland don't have them anymore. So we've checked the internet, can't even get them on the internet. I don't know if is Haribo the name of the company that make Haribo? I think it is. Haribo is the company that make Haribo. I know that sounds mental, but you sometimes get, well, for instance, Sprite is made by Coca-Cola. But anyway, Haribo, made by Haribo. Went on Haribo website and even struggled to get Milky Hippos on the Haribo website. So I don't know if they've just discontinued the line or what. I don't know. But if you do know, again, leave me a comment, let me know. So I have a little dribble of Ben wine left. I still had a couple of beers there. I'm not going to drink all the beers. I'm just going to finish this off, have my brew, my bag of sweets, watch something and go to bed. So I'm going to wrap the video up here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow morning. So stick around and watch what I cook for breakfast. It will put any fast food chain to shame on their breakfasts. I guarantee it. It will be better than a full English fry up or a Scottish cooked breakfast or a fast food chain breakfast. I think so anyway. It is one of my favourite breakfasts. So, good night and I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning guys. It is now 20 to 8 in the morning, 7:40. I've been awake for a while and I've been up and down all night, and I had a terrible sleep last night. I don't know why. I was comfy enough, I was warm enough, I just could not sleep last night. So I'm still very tired. So it's still pitch dark outside. It won't get dark for light for another half an hour or so. So just now I'm going to get the stove lit and start cooking breakfast. Once I've had breakfast I'll probably get packed up and head home. But yeah, still really tired. The stove lit and it's roasting in here already. I've got my titanium pot up the back of the stove there filled with water, so that I can make a caramel latte like I did last night. And my breakfast this morning, which I spoke about last night and I'm really looking forward to, is a, what do you call it? Not a muffin, it's a bagel. A bagel with cheese slices and kind of like a sausage burger patty type thing that you get these in McDonald's. You do occasionally find them in the supermarkets, they are hard to come across. So what I'm going to have is a double sausage and cheese bagel, and I'm going to toast the bagel as well. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm doing that. I think, oh yeah, they're cooked. So I'm going to get these on a bagel now. So in there, double sausage, double cheese. I'm going to put it back into the pan and toast up the buns now. Or toast up the bagel, should I say. I'll leave it like that for a minute and flip it over and get the other side done. Oh. That there is the view that I woke up to this morning. Well, I didn't wake up to that, hopefully because the tent was zipped down, but I am right on the edge of the loch.